This morning, the satellite showing the hurricane moving into the southeastern parts of the Gulf of Mexico after making landfall is a Category 3 yesterday in Cuba. Now that it's back over the open water, you can see a little feathering around the edges and a pretty symmetrical core there. So this hurricane still has quite a bit of a punch this morning. A Category 2 with winds of 105 miles per hour, but it's a fairly small size and that movement northwest away from our coastline that's going to keep our impacts fairly minimal here today. And in the days ahead, it will continue to move westbound and eventually into the central parts of the Gulf as it slows down and weakens due to some high-level wind shear. Let's talk about the proximity. How rare is it that we have a hurricane, the eye of it, showing up on the Tampa and Key West radar, and we don't have to worry a whole lot about significant impacts? At one point this morning, the eye wall, where we see that strongest wind, was about 200 miles as a crow flies from Fort Myers, and we're far enough away that the heavier rain bands are going to stay offshore, but throughout the day we can't rule out completely the chance of a scattered shower or two on a breeze that's going to gust some 20 to 25 miles per hour. You see a few of those there between Moorhaven, Clewiston, and Palmdale. The clouds will be with us for a bit here today as well, and as that wind continues to pick up, we'll see those gusts 25 to 30 miles per hour, and already this morning the winds are sustained at 18 in the Cape, 15 in Naples, where we've seen gusts approach the 30 mile per hour mark, and currently right now 18 there in the Cape. So that wind's going to be solid here out of the east, southeast, 25, even as high as 30 miles per hour throughout the afternoon and evening. It's warm. It feels like summer when you step outside. Upper 70s to low 80s. Compared to yesterday, we're up another degree or two, and the humidity is way up as well due to that tropical moisture surging in around Hurricane Rafael. Our temperatures this afternoon, despite the cloud cover, still in the upper 80s, and then tonight we'll get down in the low 70s, a little bit cooler as some slightly drier air works in. The forecast does call for Rafael to continue to pull away and the sunshine returns here Friday into the first part of the weekend. Then we watch that. What is that? Well, that's another area of low pressure the National Hurricane Center is monitoring and giving it a 30% chance of developing here in the days ahead. And despite any kind of development, it will start to move towards the southeastern Bahamas, and in the long term will give us a chance of some showers and a couple of storms there on Veterans Day. So kind of sandwiched in between a hurricane and another area of low pressure there on Veterans Day. And notice we stay very warm all the way through next Wednesday.